Hi, welcome. This is Engage New York Module 4, Lesson 19. Let's read the objective while I read it out loud. You read it while I read it. I can convert measures involving whole numbers and solve multi-step word problems. Yes. Now, but before we get started, we're going to start off with the application problem this time. Now, this is pretty fun if you like solving puzzles. All right. We're referring to this triangle right here. Angle A of a triangle is half the size of angle C. Angle B is 3/4 of the size of angle C. If angle C measures 80 degrees, what are the measures of angle A and angle B? So we know angle C equals 80 degrees, right? All right, we need to find what angle A is and what angle B is. And what do we know? Well, what operation have we been working on almost this entire module? Multiplication, right? And multiplication, multiplying what? Fractions, right? Okay, and knowing what is that any clue in what direction we're going? So we know angle A is half the size of angle C. So we know 1/2 of 80 equals A, right? And what do we know about angle B? Angle B is 3/4 the size of angle C. So 3/4 of 80, right? Okay, can you figure it out from here? Now, something to know is when you add up angle A plus angle B plus angle C, it will always equal 180 degrees. Now, once you get your numbers here, I want you to add them up and see if you get 180. Go ahead and try to solve. Come back to check your work. All right. Did you get 40 degrees for angle A and 60 degrees for angle B? Then, did you come down and say 40 plus 60 plus 80? Well, 40 plus 60 is 100 plus 80 is 180. Yep, you're spot on. All right, moving to the next part of our fluency practice. All right, this is a little hard to see. That's 0.3, 0.03. I want you to go through, I want you to multiply here. And this is a review down here on converting measurements, and that takes you back to lesson 8. So your job is to go through and complete this to refresh your memory, because this next lesson is taking this idea and turning it into word problems. All right, go ahead and start. Come back to check your work. All right, let's check this part. 8, 0.8, 0.08, 0.008. So there are 3 numbers behind the decimal. I know there will be 3 numbers behind the decimal. 18, 1.8. There's 1 number behind the decimal. There'll be 1 number behind the decimal. 0.2, 0. Times 0.9. There's 2 numbers behind the decimal. 0.18, 2 numbers behind the decimal. 0.02 times 0.9. There are 3 numbers behind the decimal. I know there'll be 3 numbers behind the decimal. 12, 1.2, 0.12, 0.012. Hopefully you're catching on to that. It's getting easier, you're faster, you're getting stronger at that. Okay, next section. Take on those converting your measurements. What do you know? Go back to what you know. All right, let's check it. And you can kind of see some of the multiplication that I used, or division. 1 yard is 3 feet. So 10 yards is 30 feet. I multiplied by 3. 2 cups is 1 pint. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. 16 divided by 2 is 8. 16 cups is 8 pints. 1 pint is 2 cups. 1 foot is 12 inches. 1 gallon is equal to 4 quarts. Now I flipped it on this side. So 8 pints, I'm going to multiply by 2 is 16 cups because you're going to have more of the smaller unit. So you have to multiply it to get more in the smaller unit. 4 times 12, there are 4 feet. In 4 feet, there are 48 inches. And 8 gallons, I multiplied by 4, and there are 32 quarts. Then I have 12 inches is 1 foot, 48 inches is 4 feet, 3 feet is 1 yard. Now, I'm taking a smaller unit and I'm making a bigger unit. So it's going to be a smaller number. So in order to make a smaller number, I have to divide. 24 divided by 3 is 8. 4 quarts, 1 gallon. Then I have 24 quarts. Now I'm going to a bigger unit. I'm going to divide. 24 divided by 4 is 6 gallons. So you need to know this in order to take on this lesson. All right. That will do it for our fluency. Meet me back here for our concept development. This should be a great lesson.